Level 1. The neighborhood kid. You grow up in a poor neighborhood where life is always difficult. Maybe it's a crowded apartment building or a small row house on a street where everyone knows each other. Money is always a problem. Bills pile up on the kitchen table. Sometimes the electricity gets shut off. Your parents work hard, but it never feels like enough. At 12 years old, you start noticing something strange. There are men in your neighborhood who don't seem to struggle like everyone else. They wear expensive jackets. Gold watches shine on their wrists. They drive big cars and spend their afternoons sitting outside a social club while everyone else is working. People treat them differently. When they walk into a restaurant, the owner greets them personally. When they speak, people listen. When they get angry, people become nervous. You don't fully understand what they do, but you understand one thing clearly. They have power. One day they ask you to do a small favor. Deliver a package across the neighborhood. You don't ask questions. When you return, someone hands you $20 for 10 minutes of work. That moment changes everything. You start spending more time around the social club. The older men watch you carefully. They want to see if you are loyal, quiet, and hungry for something more than the life you were born into. And you are. Level 2, the associate. By 17, school feels pointless. You leave and start working for a local crew. You aren't an official member yet. You're just an associate. That means you help with anything they need. You collect debts from people who borrowed money but failed to pay it back. At first you're polite. Most people pay quickly when they realize who sent you. You also help run small gambling operations in back rooms of restaurants and apartments. You guard the door during card games. You move envelopes full of cash from place to place. The money is better than anything you've ever seen. You buy new clothes. You help your family with bills. For the first time, people in your neighborhood look at you with respect. But you also understand something important. You are still replaceable. If something goes wrong, nobody will protect you. You are useful, but you are not important yet. So you work harder. Level 3, the soldier. After years of loyalty, the family finally notices you. You have kept your mouth shut, handled difficult jobs, and never betrayed anyone. They decide you are ready. During a private ceremony, you swear loyalty to the organization. Above everything else, even above your own life. Now you are a made man, a soldier. This changes your status immediately. Nobody can harm you without permission from the boss. You now have associates working under you, doing the same small jobs you once did. You run gambling spots and collect payments from businesses that pay for protection. Money flows upward through the organization, and you take your share. For the first time, you feel like you truly belong. Level 4, the capo. Years later, you are promoted again. Now you are a capo, a captain in the organization. You lead a crew of soldiers and associates. Your job is simple. Make money, control your territory, and solve problems. If disputes happen between members, you settle them. Sometimes with words, sometimes with violence. You attend meetings with other captains and discuss family business. But the higher you climb, the more attention you attract. Law enforcement is always watching. Investigators collect information slowly, building cases that may take years to complete. Your life becomes more secretive. Level 5, the underboss. Eventually, the boss chooses you as his second in command. As underboss, you run the daily operations of the entire organization. The boss stays protected while you manage the captains and approve major decisions. Money is flowing everywhere now, but the pressure is constant. Every phone call might be bad news. Every meeting might include someone secretly cooperating with investigators. Trust becomes rare. Level 6, the consigliere. Some men become powerful through force, others through intelligence. As consigliere, you serve as the boss's trusted advisor. You help plan strategy, settle major disputes, and maintain connections with lawyers, politicians, and powerful people outside the organization. Your power comes from knowledge. You understand how every part of the system works. Level 7, the boss. At the very top sits the boss, the leader of the entire organization. Hundreds of people operate under your command through a strict chain of authority. Your decisions affect everyone. From the outside, your life looks perfect. Wealth, respect, influence. But power also creates isolation. You can never be sure who is truly loyal. Level 8. The informant. Eventually, the government closes in. Investigators collect evidence for years until they finally confront someone inside the organization. Faced with life in prison, some men choose to cooperate. Secret recordings begin. Conversations become evidence. The system slowly starts to collapse from the inside. Level 9. The prisoner. Arrests follow. Courtrooms replace secret meetings. Long investigations end with long sentences. Men who once controlled entire neighborhoods now sit inside prison cells, watching their empire disappear. The power they once had no longer matters. Level 10. The ghost. For the few who survive, life becomes quiet and lonely. Some leave prison as old men with nothing left. Others disappear into witness protection with new names and new lives, far away from the streets where everything started. And somewhere in another neighborhood, another young kid watches expensive cars pull up to a social club. He sees the respect, the money, the power. He doesn't see the prison cells waiting at the end. And the cycle begins again.